Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for finances for the first half of January 2019. This month I go live every single day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you want to catch me live, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon down below, and you will catch me live. But let's see what we have going on for you for this month. I will be back as well in the middle of the month to do, I will be back in the middle of the month for the second half, but also in a few days I will have love readings coming out if you're waiting for those. But let's see. You start off with the Nine of Spades, so hoping for justice. Yeah, I feel like there is luck in a situation. I'd say if you're involved in anything legal, I feel like there could be some sort of justice happening in that legal situation. Nine of Spades is also a card of part-time work, part-time positions, what do you call it, consulting work, and also, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words today, Sagittarius, but also freelance work is the word I was looking for. So if you do any of those things, I feel like this is really good for you. This can also represent a blessing in disguise. I feel like for some of you, maybe you avoided some sort of financial disaster, and now maybe it didn't look like that in the first place, but now you see how it would have been a disaster. What I would also say is that this card here, Nine of Spades, it represents a job that could start out as part-time and then turns into something full-time, but maybe it doesn't look like that in the first place. So what I would say is if you're looking for a job, maybe you want to look for something that is part-time. Maybe it's only like a part-time position or a temporary position, but again, this card says, hey, that could turn into something full-time, so don't be afraid to, if you're looking for a job and all you can get is a part-time position, don't worry, because it'll probably turn into a full-time position in the future. Six of Diamonds also says, don't hold back. This is a card of being too shy at work. It's a very, very good card, very lucky, but it is a card of being withdrawn, not opening up, not sharing your ideas, or not speaking up in some way. So I'd say don't be afraid to be assertive this month either. There is a weird energy here in the chart where I would say that I do feel like people could be afraid to speak up or be assertive at work, but I feel like that's exactly what we need to do. So I'd say don't be afraid to speak up there. Next you have the Two of Diamonds and the Eight of Diamonds. I love that. You are the first person to get the Eight of Diamonds this month, and Eight of Diamonds is it represents success coming in on the horizon, so more money coming in the near future. It also, Two of Diamonds is a payout, so definitely looking at this, I would say if you're waiting for something legal or some sort of payout, I definitely feel like there could be a payout coming in for you very soon. Eight of Diamonds also is called the key. It says that you have the key to the success in your future. Basically, it just says you need to open the doors to success. I've been saying to all fire signs, anything that you need to do this month, you will probably resist, or there will be some sort of resistance to it or some sort of fear. It could be like one of those things where it's like maybe you want to start a business, but maybe you're afraid of you're like, oh, I can't do it right now because I can't file, I can't get my business license, or something like that. This card represents those types of ideas coming up. This card says don't think about that, just get started. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of people who start businesses and they don't worry about the government, they don't worry about any of that, they just get it started, they take care of everything after. And I'm not saying that nothing will happen, but again, they've pretty much all been fine, is what I would say. Of course, don't do anything illegal, I'm not suggesting that, but worry about the other important details once you get started, is what I would say here. But amazing cards for payouts. Amazing card for sales, if you are in sales or marketing or anything like that. It seems to be a really good month for marketing. Let's come up for several signs. So if you have a business and you're thinking about marketing, I would say this seems to be the month to get started on a marketing plan or putting your business out there in some way. Next you have the Three of Clubs and the Ace of Hearts. Love that. So a second chance to do something you're passionate about. So I feel like a lot of you could be more passionate or be able to get a job that you can actually enjoy that leads to happiness, or even start a business that you can be more passionate about as well. Starting about 3 months ago, I would say this started coming up in readings that moving forward over the next few years, people would be pushed more towards passion positions or things that they actually enjoy doing, not just some sort of job. So I feel like a lot of you could be feeling like you're getting a second chance, or I feel like maybe you don't start it this month, but I feel like my feelings are more that the path opens up. It's like you see a way to be able to do it where maybe in the past you wouldn't have been able to do it. What I always tell people is it's like me, my passion is fish, right? Minnow Pond, that's the name of my channel. And I love working in aquariums. I've worked in aquariums since I was 16 years old. And then I moved out here to Seattle. And it's like there's this pet store that only does fish out here. And I really wanted to work there, but there's the guy is really popular. It's really hard to get a job there. So what I had to do is I started saying, what can I offer? So I also have been a copywriter in my life, and so I offered him free copywriting services. It kind of opened the door for me to go there, to be able to volunteer, work there, and do fun things. So it's there are other ways to reach your goals, is what I'm trying to say here. And I feel like you need to look at these other opportunities for you to get your foot in the door into something that you could potentially want to do. Again, if I never did that, I would have never been able to get in there, you know? So again, I'm just saying you have to think about other ways to get towards your passions is what I would say. Next, you have the 7 of clubs. A lot of people getting this, and the 9 of diamonds as well. And sorry, everybody, I have a very dry throat as usual. But I feel like there are other opportunities for you to escape from prison. 7 of clubs is the card of escaping from prison. Very popular card right now. It comes up all the time, all of a sudden, for some reason. But I feel like people are just feeling their limits and wanting to bust through their limits as well, wanting to kind of exceed their own expectations. And I feel like that's what both of these cards are talking about. I feel like you are going to exceed your expectations in so many ways this month, and probably for the rest of the year, in financially and also in other ways as well. You know, I always tell people as well, it's like, with Saturn and Capricorn, we need to take baby steps. It's like, maybe you want to change your health. It's like, you don't just start going to the gym lifting like 3,000 pounds at once. It's like you go to the gym and you start out with like 10 pounds, and then you start building up from there. So these cards represent steps, and they say, take the steps. Don't try to take that big leap. You'll never get there. So including in business, work, whatever you're trying to do, just take those first few steps. Don't try to like do something crazy that it just isn't going to work, because I feel like that's going to hurt you. You know, I've said it since Saturn went into Capricorn as well. We need small wins, because, you know, if we try to take those big wins, it's just not going to work out. We just need that like tiny little hit of success every single day, whatever that means for you, and that will probably lead to the best outcome and faster outcome as well. You end with the King of Diamonds, so money, and the Jack of Diamonds, so more money. I feel like there could be new bosses as well coming in for you. You could be like getting a new job, starting a new business, pretty much anything with these two cards. This can represent those anxieties, those things that I already talked about, those voices in the back of your head that tell you you can't do it. So you need to take this guy and step on him with this part of you right here and just squash the anxiety. This is still a good card of getting messages about more money coming in this month, or hearing of potential news that could lead to more money as well. King of Diamonds is also your finances stabilizing. You get this card all the time now that I think about it. I bet if you go back to when I started doing readings on this channel, that you got this card all the time, all about kind of stabilizing your finances. So that looks really, really good to me. Definitely a lot of good stuff coming in for you, and I can't think of anything else. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your month.